Are you still, is this a story that you're even interested in breaking, or is this just so deeply personal and sort of off topic that it's like, I'm going to let someone else take this one if all these details are ultimately going to emerge anyhow?
No, something you still pursue, yeah, as a reporter, because the question is, who is this man? Who did the Celtics exactly hire? Like, who is Ime Udoka? And I think that's the biggest question. And he's going to have to, he was a very, I've covered a lot of coaches over my years. Ime was a very private, personal man. He was not a friendly guy, wasn't mean or nothing to that effect. He was just,
standoffish.
Yeah, he's just about business. We all can be serious at times, some more serious than others. Most of the time, Udoka was a serious guy. He kind of lost his mind. And people are like, how the hell would you work so hard? Okay, and you're not getting hired by Charlotte. You're not Jamal Mosley in Orlando. But that's the kind of job, or hey, Chauncey, go to Portland where, we're about to blow this thing up. So going back to your question about, who is this man? What is he about? What makes him tick? Because obviously it's not just basketball. And so that's the mystery, I think, that with Ime Udoka, and that's what he's going to have to change, I think, in Brooklyn. He cannot be that, I just keep it business private. I don't talk about my personal life. I don't that was cool when you were in Boston and people thought that you were just all about hoop. People know now you're not all about basketball. You got, you got another side to you. And so I think, that the story of who this man is, what the Celtics hired, where this come from is definitely an interesting story. And I said, he's a private man. He's a man, he's not a bad, a good guy. I have one issue with Coach Udoka covering him at all. It was just, you knew he was a serious dude. So I think people are going to be like, well, who the hell is this guy? And I'm sure people who know him are like, man, I didn't know this was going down. And you got other coaches who are like, man, how do you blow it like this? You know where you are? You're in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You're coaching the Celtics, a landmark, benchmark franchise. The Lakers, the Celtics, if you want to say the Knicks, okay. The Bulls or whatever. There's a handful of franchises that are, storied. And this is what you do when you you lose your mind. So I do think there's a mystery there. And he's going to have to open up. Things are going to have to change. This is the New York media. So, don't go out he's going to have to change. And will he admit, hey, I got to change. No more nightlife. No more, I'm about, I don't know. That's a good question. Does he think he needs to change? Does he think, guys, that he just made a mistake in judgment of who he decided to have a relationship with, but the Celtics overreacted? Is that what he's telling the Nets? The Celtics just lost their minds. I wasn't really at fault. We were fine until they found out, and then they went crazy. Is that what he's telling?
I'm in an open relationship. Nia didn't care.
Yes, I'm single because I knew that during the season. Everybody wants to put him in. He's not married to Nia Long, and we found out during the season that they weren't in a relationship. We found that out. It's nothing for me to write. I'm going to put, in my Celtics notes, I'm going to reveal Udoka's relationship status. It's none of my business. It doesn't affect his job, right? Well, we thought it didn't, but so that's not that. We heard that, and I heard that during the year. Why doesn't he come to more games? I don't think they're together. I think they co-parent, or it's one of those. It's complicated, which is fine. Right. Coach can have that. I mean, there's been coaches with completely other families. So there's been coaches who've had the wife and the mistress. Like this is nothing new. But what I also think is that you're gonna have to open yourself up here. And does he feel like he needs to? All these questions will be answered, I'm sure, in coming weeks if he gets his job.